Go.
This is EA Sports PGA Tour coverage coming up next. Rich Lerner alongside Frank Nobilo set to call all the action here at the Wells Fargo Championship. We are at Quail Hollow, and Frank, it is really one of the best courses on tour.
It is the great state of North Carolina, where Donald Ross developed so many great courses. They're the sort of courses that we're used to seeing. But this is a relatively new golf course. First opened up in 1961, but it certainly fits in with the North Carolina landscape. Mature trees, holes well cut out, beautiful greens, and interesting finish.
How do you like that finishing stretch? They call it the Green Mile.
Some might think it's purgatory, but I think it's the perfect touch to a great golf course.
This is a good-looking shot. He's making the game look very simple right now. See it, hit it, and he's got it right on track. This one just requires a little bit of focus. That's not how you picture it, Frank, when you step on that first tee.
No, you'd like to go back to that first tee right now and start again.
In for par. Frank, a nice mix of opening holes here at Quail Hollow in the Wells Fargo Championship. Pretty short par 3 here at the second.
180-yard shot. Will play more like 175 for the half a club downhill. There's much more green on that right side. If you're not too sure what club to hit, then you should stay away from that left side. Oh, this is right at it.
I mean, really on top of his game right now. That was a splendid approach shot. Shouldn't be a problem here, but not a formality either.
Rich, that just adds insult to injury to the rest of the field. Another birdie, and the gap even wider.
A sensational performance. Frank, here at the third, players facing a challenging tee shot.
For a number of reasons, Rich. One, that the hole bends to the left. Two, that the fairway starts to run out. And three, the length of the second shot. You get rewarded the better you hit your tee shot down here. When he goes after it like he is here. Long just meant longer. There's always advantage of hitting it further than most, Rich, and straighter than most. When you put the two together, it's just straight up a head start.
Really in control of this hole. Birdie yesterday and another opportunity on the way. Frank going for another birdie here.
Just to get on a real roll. Virtually no error in that putting stroke. Good putt.
Frank, this is a muscular par 4 here at just under 490 yards, the fourth at Quail Hollow. A difficult proposition.
It is, but fortunately that tee shot plays a little downhill. But one of the difficulties with the tee shot is the fairway kicks from right to left. So it needs a good one to keep it on the fairway, and another green that has 3 different levels.
No fairway here, this one in that rough. Second shot coming out of the rough here. So from the rough back to the fairway, that's the right way to go.
Yeah, didn't take the bait, and at least now he's only going to play the price of a poor tee shot. Still got a good chance, though, getting away with par. And that's a big green. Just managed to get it smack bang in the middle of it.
Getting set now over the putt. That's a nice confidence builder right there. You make those for par, and you keep things steady. Frank, in today's modern game where players are hitting it so far, I always feel like one of the more exciting holes is a reachable par 5, and here we are at the 5th, 570 yards.
Yeah, this is reachable providing you hit a good drive. Otherwise, it becomes very awkward on the layup. You're sort of often threading the ball out of trees and just trying to find some sort of third shot. So to your point, big advantage with a good tee shot here.
Frank, did you hear the sound of that coming off the club face?
It was like a cannon.
Good contact, good result. Frank, we remember what Rory McIlroy did here in 2010, his first PGA Tour victory, a 62 in the final round. It was also the first victory for Ricky Fowler.
Yeah, and oddly enough, it was in a playoff, and in that playoff, Ricky just pulled out a driver and smashed it down there, then hit a sand iron to that front left flag. Basically the gimme distance. Not only did he win in the playoff, but he beat Rory McIlroy, the then world #1 in DA points. And that was the same Ricky Fowler that, remember, in the playoff in 2015 for the Players' Championship, drove the ball in equally daunting fashion over those 3 playoff holes at TPC Sawgrass.
He's made it. Wow, Frank, this is all you want, a par 3. 250 yards here at the 6th.
Hey, that's what these guys need, especially in a PGA Championship. Fortunately, the hole plays a little bit downhill, but 250, whichever way you cut it, is a big par 3.
Well, that's how you play the game right there. Knock it on the green and give yourself a good look at birdie.
Really. This is that awkward length.
Nice putt. Count it. Well, Frank, an eagle is in play here at the par 5 7th.
And a 6 and a 7 and an 8 or a 9, actually. This is a potential scorecard record, the 7th hole. Many a tee shot has found that creek on the right, trees, problems on the left. There's no question there's a reward for a good tee shot here. Then there's a decision on do you go for this par 5 and 2. It's not overly long, just over 530 yards. It is very tempting.
Good tee shot right in the fairway and plenty long.
Well, with a good shot here, Rich, I'll tell you, this eagle on the cards, hole very reachable from where he is.
Don't get many opportunities like this. This is a good place to take advantage. This is looking really good. Big swing right there, and a great result. And now a chance for a big swing in momentum with an even coming up. Wow, that was so close, Frank.
Just time to forget that one. I mean, you couldn't hit that much better.
Now this for birdie came away with par in the previous round. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Out of the short par 4-8 here at Quail Hollow, just 350 yards. Frank, players can lay it up and just hit a little baby wedge into the green, but why not go for it in one, try to make something happen?
I think both plans work well, Rich. This is one of those holes, the more you think about it, the more complicated it gets. You're going to lay it up, if you're going to go for it, just aim at that tree and hit it down. Just take your medicine.
Well, that's the way you draw it up here at the 8th. You want to get it out there. He's done that, and he's kept it in the fairway. Birdie try up next. Continues to amaze. Yet another birdie, and what a day it's been. Frank, this is a really good way to finish out the front side here at Quail Hollow. 495-yard par 4.
Yeah, it's the longest par 4 at Quail Hollow. Some say it might be the toughest. I'm not quite in that camp, and the reason why, that green slopes in from both sides, the left and the right, but you can see why good drivers have done well here, because it's a big reward for thumping a big, long, straight drive down here.
Just amazing what they're able to do with that golf swing. Hit it so far at that size. Not overly big, but man, can really move it a long ways. This is when the game is fun, Frank, when you get one high in the air and you have it down breeze and you just watch it stays in the air forever.
Yeah, the hang time on that.
Should be pretty good right there. On the safe side. Safely aboard, about 25 feet from the hole. Birdie here yesterday. This putt again for birdie. That was a good-looking putt, just not falling right now.
Sadly, he's going to be disappointed.
Very well done. Almost made it.
Yeah, there'll be no stress for the next one.
That's how you maintain momentum. Make those putts for par. On the tee now at the 10th at Quail Hollow, par 5.
Just under 600 yards, so once again the 300-yard plus tee shot gets a big advantage here, as it should on a reachable par 5. A nice little draw off that tee, keeping it right of the bunkers should be ideal.
I mean, that is one of the hardest drives I've ever seen. Just let it rip. That's an absolute tracer right there. In the fairway and well over 320 yards. safely aboard. And it's a long way to the hole from here. Never easy. Frank, that's not one you're necessarily thinking about making.
No, just good putt, though. There's no two ways about that. He's putting well.
You'll love them, the birdies, and that's another one. Now to the par 4 11. Frank, what do you think of this hole?
It's an interesting hole, Rich, and I'm curious to see how aggressive players will play here today. The easy way, obviously, is just hit it down the right side and set up a nice second shot with a short iron. Or the most fun way is to take the big stick out and try and bite off as much of that corner as you choose, but be prepared to pay the price should it not come off.
Frank, not the longest hitter, but sometimes you win tournaments by putting it in a good spot, and that's where we are right here, 280 yards out.
Yeah, 280 down the middle of the fairway. That'll never get you in trouble.
Good swing, good shot yet again. Wow, Frank, he is dialed in.
Yeah, that was just some shot in there. Easy birdie.
Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt. No problems there.
Yeah, keeps the round going. Keeps the momentum on his side.
Par 4 12 here at Quail Hollow, 456 yards. Frank, break it down for us.
Well, there's no fairway bunkers either side, so you feel like there's nothing to work the ball off, and consequently, it's very easy to sneak it in the rough on the left or the right, and then that makes that second shot so much more difficult going up the hill. This is one hole that you have to pick a line on. You really have to know the line off the tee. There's a nice big tree down there in the distance. That's the one you want to work it off. That club must have melted after that one.
Frank, we always say about Quail Hollow, you have to play with a clear head. You have to be thinking your way around this golf course. So what's the right thought process on this second shot?
Keep the ball in the right section. You know, that front portion there, you can't afford to go long when the flag's there. Conversely, when the flag's in the back, you can't afford to be putting up and over that ridge. So you've got to be flying that ball all the way back there.
Put a birdie on the card here yesterday, don't forget. Trying to make yet another birdie. Come on, don't do that.
Cruel lip out.
This would give him the par. Well, considering the lead that he has on the rest of the field, a par is all you need. Here we are at the par 3, 13th hole. It's 210 yards. What does it take here, Frank?
It's one actually where you'd rather be conservative than aggressive here. And the reason why is this green tends to roll off at the back and the front and the middle there. So it's just something that pitches more in the central part of the green is really what's required.
No problems there. Really good approach shot. And now, good looking birdie.
It's at sneaky distance.
Well, Frank, as we arrive at the par 4, 45 yards, our players no doubt are looking for a little advice from guy who's been there. You've done it at the highest level. What's the right play here?
Rich, after all these years, I think it's like a modified tee shot. And what I'm going to say with that is like a strong 3-wood, something that pitches around 270 and kicks 30 or 40 yards, finishes up about 20 yards short of the green. I think that's the best ploy. You won't be able to get at all the flags, but I think you'll play the hole under par for the week.
When's the right time to pull out the big driver and have a go at this green?
I don't think there is, but maybe you at home should try.
Could it be? Wow, I can't believe he found the cup on that one.
Clean up on aisle 5.
Now at the par 5, 15th hole, 577 yards. Frank, you remember what Rory McIlroy did here in 2010 at final round 62?
I certainly do, Rich. That was an amazing run on this second 9. And holes like this, too, he just stood up here with a driver and just obliterated it down there with a nice draw, took those bunkers out of play and just set up a mid-iron. He's gone for a little extra.
I knew it right away. Picked up the tee, didn't even look at it. We can see it. It's perfect. Right down the middle of the fairway.
This looks like it's going to find the target.
What a shot. Setting up for an eagle here. Frank, it's one thing to jumpstart your round. This would ignite the round.
Yeah, you don't normally see 2 par 5s back-to-back, so the chances of having consecutive eagles is so rare.
Wow, I didn't expect that. Birdie try again here today. Had a nice birdie on this hole yesterday. And he has it for birdie. This is the start of what some say is the toughest finishing stretch on the PGA Tour. It's known as the Green Mile. Frank, what makes it so challenging?
Well, this hole in particular, Rich, the dogleg right, it means it plays every inch of it's just over 500 yards. That bunker you can see down the right, 325 yards to carry that. If you can fly the ball that far, at least you can chew off 2/3 of this hole, and that is well required here. Otherwise, it's a long, long second shot.
And now it's right in his wheelhouse. Good position where he can attack the pin.
Yeah, he has all those options now. That ball sitting up, you can bring it in high, you can bring it in low. The choice is yours.
Superb shot.
Yeah, it's as good as it's going to get. There's going to be no worries about making that one.
Good putt. Frank, this is all you want in a par 3, especially late in the round. You have to carry the water. You have to deal with the pressure. At 221 yards, this requires a player's very best.
On the process of elimination, don't go long, don't go left, don't go short, and right is marginal. It doesn't leave you with much.
Appears to be a smart shot, Frank.
Yeah, no problem here. That's going to fly all the way.
Excellent shot to within 10 feet. This from 7 feet. He's made it. Now to the finishing hole here at Quail Hollow. Frank, what can we expect?
If there was a name for this hole, Rich, it should be called Narrows. The creek that meanders its way down the left side and actually divides that hole into really half the size of what a normal par 4 should be. That makes it hard. The bunker on the right is your bailout area, just over 290 yards past that, and then the narrowest green that still sits up against the lake. This is just a brutal finish.
Great strike and a great result. Sitting up, good chance to attack the flag. Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
This could be a good one. Had a birdie here yesterday, in there close. Great opportunity for another one. Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus. Man.
He just pushed it.
That hurts. He has this for par. Did the job right there. That wraps up the third round. Just one more to go before we crown our champion.
Yeah, I'm not saying I'm looking at my crystal ball, Rich, but that champion that we see tomorrow might be the one just sitting at the leaderboard on top of it right now.
Presented by EA Sports and the PGA Tour. Thanks for joining us here today in Charlotte, North Carolina for the final round of the Wells Fargo Championship. Frank, what do we have out here today?
Well, if history has a chance of repeating itself, remember those great closing rounds by Rory McIlroy? That 62, that was one of the best rounds ever shot that year, back in 2010. And of course that playoff too, Ricky Fowler back in 2012. We actually beat out then world number one Rory McIlroy with that stunning drive down the finishing hole and brilliant wedge to a tight flag. This golf course, it can give it, it can take it away, but for us, from where we're sitting, Rich, we'll enjoy the view today.
No doubt about it. This one looks like it's headed right for the middle of the dance floor, Frank.
Rather nice shot, I'd say.
Nice play right there. That's in pretty close. Now this for birdie. Came away with par in the previous round.
A great start.
Frank, a nice mix of opening holes here at Quail Hollow and Wells Fargo Championship. Pretty short par 3 here at the second.
A 180-yard shot will play more like 175 for the half a club downhill. There's much more green on that right side. If you're not too sure what club to hit, then you should stay away from that left side.
Terrific golf shot. And now that for an easy birdie. See if he can get something going here. 2 straight birdies. Not a real hard game, is it? Birdie to open. Moving on to the 3rd hole now. It's a par 4, 452 yards.
Big sweeping dogleg left, and the fairway actually goes in the opposite direction of the dogleg. Must hit a good tee shot for 2 reasons. One, to find the fairway, and also the length of this hole. Over 450 yards.
Kidding me? Come on, you can't hit a ball that hard.
That is crushing it beyond all crushing.
Up with the big boys now, Frank.
Well, we saw that previous tee shot go 310. This one's further.
Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
Can't hide the flagstick. Settles in over the putt. No problems early. Looks good.
It does look good. This bodes well. We might be in for a very, very low round today.
Now to the 4th hole here at Quail Hollow, just under 490 yards.
Yeah, they used to have the tee on the right side, which actually made that tee shot very uncomfortable. When they put the new tee box in on the left side, it's a little easier to hit that fairway because that fairway slopes from right to left. What a great shot.
That's a good spot right there.
Center cut.
Excellent start off the tee. That's a great way to begin this hole. Frank putting it all together today. What a nice performance.
It's been like a clinic so far.
Another good swing, and it looks like, Frank, another really good shot. Beautiful shot. Lands within 5 feet of the cup. Frank, we have said it over and over. Another birdie. Frank, in today's modern game where players are hitting it so far, I always feel like one of the more exciting holes is a reachable par 5, and here we are at the 5th, 570 yards.
Yeah, this is reachable providing you hit a good drive. Otherwise, it becomes very awkward on the layup, you're sort of often threading the ball out of trees and just trying to find some sort of third shot. So to your point, big advantage with a good tee shot here.
Those are good numbers right there. 320, 320 yards. Just crushed it in the fairway. Sit down. Get down.
Oh, this is going. That just came out blazing. As soon as it hit the green, it was never going to stop.
Good thing he stayed in the first cut, because just a couple of feet over, that rough is really deep. Safely aboard. Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt. Very well done. Almost made it.
Yeah, there'll be no stress for the next one.
And he's putting for par now. Well, considering the lead that he has on the rest of the field, par is all you need. Now set to tee off at the 6th. It is a long par 3, 250 yards.
We could take a little bit off for the downhill, but whichever way you look at it, it's still going to be a beefy par 3. Protected on the left by that front bunker, and if you sort of scoot one long, there's another bunker over there as well.
Well, this could be good. Wow, Frank, he is dialed in.
Yeah, that was just some shot on the easy birdie. Second shot.
Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Frank, there's a lot to chew on here as you get to the tee at the 505.57.
In today's game, 530 plus change you'd think is incredibly short. And look at the trouble in front of you. Water all the way down the right side and around that right side of the green. He's loading up on it.
Look at the coil there.
Oh, I like that.
Well, this looks good.
Certainly is.
Frank, there's really great history here at Quail Hollow.
Yeah, it's a private members club, Rich. It was founded by James Harris back prior to 1960. We know it hosted the Kemper Open from 69 through to 79, the Payne Weber Invitational from 83 to 89. And now, obviously, it's the host of the Wells Fargo Championship ever since it debuted back in 2003. Safely on deck.
We just saw a player in total control of what he's doing. Didn't miss a green in regulation all day long. The birdies are nice, but eagles, better. Out of the short par 4-8 here at Quail Hollow, just 350 yards. Frank, players can lay it up and just hit a little baby wedge into the green, but why not go for it in one, try to make something happen?
I think both plans work well, Rich. This is one of those holes, the more you think about it, the more complicated it gets. You're going to lay it up, you're going to go for it, just aim at that tree and hit it down there. Just take your medicine.
He has given this one the full treatment. Perfect release through the ball. This shot is on the fairway, over 300 yards.
Down, little Sheba, down! Wow, lucky break right there, Frank.
Well, that's what everyone else is going to say.
Good putt. Frank, this is a really good way to finish out the front side here at Quail Hollow. 495-yard par 4.
Yeah, it's the longest par 4 at Quail Hollow. Some say it might be the toughest. I'm not quite in that camp. And the reason why, that green slopes in from both sides, the left and the right. But you can see why good drivers have done well here, because there's a big reward for thumping a big, long, straight drive down here.
Frank, you played in conditions all over the world. Here come the winds now. What's the mindset?
Well, this is really what separates the men from the boys. This is where you've got to tell yourself, and it's an advantage to you. Obviously, the scores will go up a little bit, given the conditions. But once again, this is going to suit the stronger player today.
You like the old phrase, swing easy when it's breezy?
Definitely when you're hitting it into a head breeze. But if down breeze, tee it up a little bit, try and ride that wind some more. It's fine.
Now it's right in his wheelhouse. Good position where he can attack the pin.
Yeah, he has all those options now. That ball's sitting up. You can bring it in high. You can bring it in low. The choice is yours. There's a big green, and they're going to use every inch of it.
Chance to close out the front side here with a birdie. Birdie here yesterday. This putt again for birdie. Yeah, he's going to love that one, Frank. Sensational effort.
Oh, just eat that up.
Rich Lerner alongside Frank Nobilo for EA Sports. We are set at Quail Hollow for the backside, the 10th hole, Frank, 469 yards.
And a nice par 5 where a good drive means that you can reach this par 5 and just try and avoid that bunker down the left. Second shot's going to play a little downhill.
Frank, that is position A.
Yeah, the tee shot was like silk, Rich. I mean, just sets up that second shot so beautifully.
Continuing his fine play, another beautiful approach shot. You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point.
Oh, I thought he had that.
Oh, man.
I just pushed it.
Boy, that hurts. Par yesterday. Now for birdie. Continues to amaze. Yet another birdie. And what a day it's been. Now to the par 4 11. Frank, what do you think of this hole?
It's an interesting hole, Rich, and I'm curious to see how aggressive players will play here today. The easy way, obviously, is just hit it down the right side and set up a nice second shot with a short iron. Or the most fun way is to take the big stick out and try and bite off as much of that corner as you choose, but be prepared to pay the price should it not come off.
Pretty good drive here.
Another straight one. Rich, right now, this does not look like the same player we saw earlier on in the day.
I don't recognize him. He was hitting it all over the ballpark in the first few holes. I didn't think there was any chance that he'd be where he is right now. Credit to him. This took guts.
Yeah, his composure is so different right now.
Well, that's the beauty of this game. You stay with it. It's 18 holes. You keep fighting, and you can put a score on the card. Seems to like it. Looks like it's headed for the green. Sensational shot right there, Frank.
Oh, you start beating your chest after a shot like that. That's the best we've seen into this hole today.
And he has it for birdie. Here we are now at the 12th, and Frank, this is a beautiful but dangerous hole, par 4.
It is in a number of ways. The hole bends gently to the right, which you'd think would favor a nice little fade, but the fairway just seems to shrink up. I've seen this fairway missed by so many good players. And plus it's yardage, 450 odd. You can't really lay back too far, otherwise you've got too long for your second shot.
Beautiful rhythmic swing right there, and right down Peachtree. So this is where club selection becomes much more important. Uphill, make sure you have enough stick, and then swing away. That is an exceptional shot on the green and in position for a birdie.
Yeah, it's full melody now.
Always love to hear the sound of the bottom of the cup. Here we are at the par 3, 13th hole. It's 210 yards. What does it take here, Frank?
It's one actually where you'd rather be conservative than aggressive here. And the reason why is this green tends to roll off at the back and the front and the middle there. So just something that pitches more in the central part of the green is really what's required.
Can't hide the flagstick from that man.
So a tester from 4 feet.
Frank, this is a player in full flight right now.
It looks too easy right now.
Well, Frank, as we arrive at the par 4 14th, just 345 yards, our players no doubt are looking for a little advice from a guy who's been there. You've done it at the highest level. What's the right play here?
Rich, after all these years, I think it's like a modified tee shot. And what I'm going to say with that is like a strong 3-wood, something that pitches around 270 and kicks 30 or 40 yards, finishes up about 20 yards short of the green. I think that's the best ploy. You won't be able to get at all the flags, but I think you'll play the whole under par for the week.
When's the right time to pull out the big driver and have a go at this green?
I don't think there is, but maybe you at home should try.
Frank, it hit the green, but just didn't have enough backspin.
You wonder what he was thinking on that.
Midway through this back nine, could use this birdie here at the 14th.
Will we try again here today? Everybody loves them. Birdie on the card. We're now teed up at the 15th hole. It is the final par 5 here at Quail Hollow, 577 yards. And Frank, I remember this hole well. McIlroy stiffed a 5-iron on his way to making eagle, his first PGA Tour win. That came back in 2010.
And the opportunity exists again here. Under 600 yards, plays downhill off the tee. Those two bunkers on the right are perfectly situated. That second one about 310 yards too. So something straight at that one with a little draw will set up a mid-iron or long iron that has to be hit very high and uphill.
Outstanding tee shot.
Yeah, ball sitting up. You don't have to worry about the wind or anything there. You just take a full-blooded cut at the second shot from here.
And it makes the green in regulation.
Virtually no error in that putting stroke. Good putt.
This is the start of what some say is the toughest finishing stretch on the PGA Tour. It's known as the Green Mile. Frank, what makes it so challenging?
Well, this hole in particular, Rich, the dogleg right, it means it plays every inch of it's just over 500 yards. That bunker you can see down the right, 325 yards to carry that. If you can fly the ball that far, at least you can chew off 2/3 of this hole, and that is well required here. Otherwise, it's a long, long second shot.
Good tee shot, good lie. Now a good chance to take advantage here on this hole. Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
Oh, no, look out, Frank. I think he flushed that one.
Oh, this is going, gone.
Just averted danger right there. So close.
Why does he have all the luck?
Oh, yeah, he's made it for a birdie. Frank, the 17th here at Quail Hollow. It is all you want.
And a bit more, actually. The only advantage the player has is it plays a little bit downhill. But when you look at the lake in front of you, if there's any swirling breeze out there, it just becomes a nightmare trying to choose the right club.